Hello and welcome to the SM Mastro channel. Let us talk about the effect of Sun transit in Moola Nakshatra. Sun will be in Moola Nakshatra in Moola constellation from 15th of December 2024 till 28th of December 2024. Moola Nakshatra is ruled by Ketu, the south node, and the south node Ketu is presently transiting in the Virgo sign. Moola is primarily the constellation of research and discovery, among many other things. Sun in Moola generally provides fame and success and a dominating personality. Let us see the effect of this transit for each ascendant. For Aries, your fifth house lord in the ninth house in Moola Nakshatra means that your ideas will be out of the box and you will look at the future with a unique approach. This is good for prosperity. This period is also favorable for spiritual enlightenment and gaining higher wisdom and knowledge. Your kids or children can be a bit stubborn during this time. It is good to do some research on your past, recall past events, and the learnings from past experiences, which can help shape a good future for you. For my Taurus friends, your fourth house lord in eighth house in Moola Nakshatra means that it is very good for doing any research, investigating, and getting into the roots of any matter, discovering your secret and hidden enemies. You can uncover the reason for obstacles in your life during this transit. You can cut out things which are no more relevant for you. It can also mean cutting off people who have been a reason for trouble in your life. This is very good for spiritual enlightenment and discovering the purpose of your birth and life. With Nakshatra Lord Ketu South Node in 5th house, this is a very good time for mantra chantings and meditation. Be very careful while driving during this period. For Gemini, Sun becomes your third house lord. It's transiting in 7th house in Moola Nakshatra. Your spouse and siblings can be a bit more inquisitive and curious about you this time. The energy of Sun in Moola points at cutting out things from your life, and hence some of you may end a toxic relationship that you are in, be it professional or personal. A very straightforward approach will be adapted, which can come across as arrogance and ego and harm relations. So keep this in mind. Use this time to discover and polish your skills and talents, which you have gathered over many previous births. Focus on your hobbies and skills, but at the same time, give time to your spouse as well, as this time is also a little difficult for relationships. Avoid being too sarcastic while communicating with others. Burning sage is a good remedy for you. For my Cancer friends, Sun becomes your second house lord and is transiting in the sixth house in Moola constellation. Do not take loans when Sun is in Moola, or else it can become tough to repay it back. Do not take an impulsive decision to quit your job. There will be temptation to change your profession or job, but do so only after you have given it proper thought. Do not spend your money recklessly. This is a good time for medicine manufacturers and people in the pharmaceutical industry. Anything to do with medicines can benefit you during this time. Some of the Cancer natives may find cure in herbs or herbal treatment for your stomach issues during this transit. You may also be interested in knowing about the history of your family during this time. For my Leo friends, Sun, your ascendant lord, is transiting in 5th house in Moola Nakshatra. During this time, you can be very inquisitive and curious. This is also good for gathering knowledge, both spiritual and academic knowledge. You would be interested in recalling your past experiences and using it to plan for a better future. Your ideas will also be out of box and unique. Also use this time to discover and polish your skills and talents, which you have gathered over many previous births. You will be a lot more authoritative and commanding during this time, which can come across as ego and arrogance to others. So be polite while speaking. There can be a tendency to cut off your loved one on impulse or in the heat of the moment, which you may regret later. So think twice before taking any such steps. For Virgo, your 12th house Lord Sun is transiting in the 4th house in Moola Nakshatra. This period is favorable for spiritual enlightenment and gaining higher wisdom and knowledge. Some of you will be changing your home or even city during this transit. Also good for foreign settlement. This transit is also good for foreign settlements. In case you do not wish to change your place or home, but the situation is against you, which means you are being forced to change your home or change your place, it is against your wishes, then try this simple remedy. Remove the waste and irrelevant items from your home. Throw away things which is now junk and of no longer use to you and are just taking up space in your home. Do not let your ego and dominating nature destroy the peaceful environment of your home, as this sun in Moola will be encouraging you to be a bit destructive, especially at home. Drive carefully during this time and take extra care of your vehicle. Your vehicle may demand some repairing costs. For my Libra friends, your 11th house Lord Sun is transiting in 3rd house in Moola Nakshatra. Your friends, neighbors and society in general can be a bit curious and inquisitive about you. Do not reveal too many secrets to the outside world and avoid being sarcastic in your communication. You are likely to speak in an authoritative and commanding tone. Do not allow it to come across as ego or arrogance. For writers and authors, this is a good transit. You can also research well on the subject you want to write on. Use this time to discover and polish your skills and talents which you have gathered over many previous births. Focus on your hobbies and skills, and it might surprise you to know how much talent you have within you. You can think out of the box and come up with unique solutions for your problems during this time. For my Scorpio friends, your 10th house Lord Sun is transiting in 2nd house in Moola Nakshatra. Use this transit to research on various career prospects for a side hustle or a second business opportunity if you already have an established and stable career. You can think out of the box and come up with unique ideas for career. You are likely to speak in an authoritative and commanding tone. Do not, however, allow it to come across as ego or arrogance. Do not be impulsive and give your ideas a proper thought before you decide to implement it. Your straightforward and direct approach in matters of career will benefit you in terms of finance and income. For my Sagittarius friends, your 9th house Lord Sun is transiting in the 1st house in Moola Nakshatra. You are likely to be very inquisitive and curious about things and people during this time. This period is also favorable for spiritual enlightenment and gaining higher wisdom and knowledge. Adopt the path of Dharma and be righteous, and this sun in Moola can open new doors of fortune for you. On the negative side, the path of adharma will lead to self-destruction. You will be very direct and straightforward in approach which can come across as ego and arrogance and can destroy and cut off many relations. So keep this in mind when dealing with people. Certain herbs or herbal treatment can suit some of you during this transit who have been suffering from illness. This is also the time of self-discovery for you. For my Capricorn friends, your 8th house Lord is in 12th house in Moola Nakshatra. This period is also favorable for spiritual enlightenment and gaining higher wisdom and knowledge. This is a very good time for doing any research, investigating and getting into the roots of any matter, discovering your secret and hidden enemies. You can cut out things which are no more relevant for you. It can also mean cutting off people who have been a reason of trouble in your life. This is very good for spiritual enlightenment and discovering the purpose of your birth and life. The path of Dharma will remove any hidden enemies from your life. With Ketu, the nakshatra lord of Moola in 9th house, this is a good time for mantra chanting and meditation. For Aquarius ascendants and sign, your 7th house Lord Sun is transiting in 1st house in Moola Nakshatra. Your spouse and partners can be a bit more inquisitive and curious about you this time. The energy of Sun in Moola points at cutting out things from life, and hence some of you may end the toxic relationship that you are in, be it professional or personal. However, give it a proper thought, as some of these decisions you may regret later on. A very straightforward approach will be adapted, which can come across as arrogance and ego and harm relations. There can be some ego issues with friends and society at large, and you may come across as egoistic or arrogant, and hence speak with them very politely. Use this energy to discover and research on a second source of income if you already have an established and stable career. For Pisces ascendant, your 6th house Lord is in transiting in 10th house in Moola Nakshatra. Sun gets directional strength here and is very powerful. But with this Sun in Moola, you will have a tendency to change your job. Do not make an impulsive decision to do so. The Nakshatra Lord Ketu is in 7th house of self-business, and you may feel the urge to set up own business and quit your job. However, do not rush into it. Take such a step only after you have given it a proper thought. New and better job opportunities can also present itself. However, do your proper research. Do not take loans at this moment. A very straightforward approach will be adapted by you, which can come across as arrogance and ego and harm relations. So keep this in mind while talking and dealing with others. People in the field of biology, pharmaceutical industry, doctors can benefit a lot during this transit. Any profession related to research would also shine. Lawyers, detectives can also do well. Overall, for Pisces natives, this is the time to grow in career. I hope you all like the video. Please do like, share and comment it with your friends and family, and do subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching.